There is fresh tensions in Manipur now with Kuki tribes demanding a separate union territory for the Kuki Zo community. You're watching Viewpoint. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. A large protest march was held in Manipur in 4 districts. These are largely Kuki-dominated districts. Their demand is that we need a separate union territory with a legislature, and they say that this can be granted to them under Article 239A of the Indian Constitution. Now, the apex body of the Kuki tribe, that is called the ITLF, this particular group, the Tribal Leaders Forum, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, the ITLF, is leading this protest march. What they are doing is galvanizing support for this memorandum, which of course is being submitted to the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, that a separate union territory for the Kukis is the only political solution that will end the strife in Manipur. Now, on what grounds are they asking for it? A, they say that Kukis are a minority, they are unsafe under a ruling dispensation that is dominated by the Métis community. Remember, the primary conflict in Manipur is between the majority Métis tribes and the minority Kukis. The Kukis comprise of about 25% of the population. The Métis comprise around 53%. There are other tribal communities as well, including the Nagas in the mix. Now, viewers must be aware that in Manipur, it's a very clear distinction between the hill areas and the valley. The valley is mostly occupied by the Métis. The hill districts, the hill areas, which is in fact 90% of Manipur, is occupied by the tribes, primarily the Kukis and the Nagas. In fact, the Kukis and Nagas also for a long time were in conflict among themselves, but this time this is a conflict between the Kukis primarily on one hand and the Métis on the other, with the ruling government, of course, the ruling assembly in Manipur comprising mostly of Métis MLAs. 10 MLAs from the Kuki communities also are there, and one among them in fact is leading this sort of a protest, submitting the memorandum to the central government asking for a separate union territory for the Kukis as the only available political situation. The ground, as I said, is that the Kukis feel unsafe under a dispensation that is primarily ruled, that is primarily dominated by the Métis. They also say that the way things are working out, ultimately it will happen that the Métis will subject them to further hostility if they continue to live in a status quo sort of a situation under the state government of Manipur. So this is primarily what they're saying, and also at the same time one must again understand that there are Métis groups like the Arambai Tengol and the UNLF. These are again militant groups which the Kukis are accusing are armed, and they possess arms and ammunition which are supplied to them by official sources, because they believe that the government of Manipur is supporting the Métis group. So their allegation is that how can they ever feel safe under such a dispensation, which are also supporting these militant groups that are consistently subjecting the Kukis to various kind of violence. The two communities have been on collision course for months on end now, and the political solution that the Kuki groups are now offering is that there needs to be a separate union territory. 4 districts are now under the grip of these protests, Churachandpur being one. The others are Kangpokpi, Tengnupal and Ferozol districts, where these protest marches are currently happening.